Hello, fabulous Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of December 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, there are a few interesting developments taking place, and a lot of it is going to be rooted in an eye to the future. In fact, as much as Aquarians can be in the moment, enjoy the day, right? And just live for the present. This is one quality that an Aquarian can have. Aquarius is a sign with a very strong dichotomy. And the other side of this is, as much as they can be in the moment, is as much as they can be in the future as well. In fact, their mind can be like on a whole other level and thinking about what's happening like 3 hours ahead. They could be having a conversation with you and they're thinking 3 steps ahead. They're thinking 5 minutes ahead of what you're talking about. And so because the sign is so future oriented, at the same time it has a flip side of recognizing the joys of being here now in the present moment. And so because of that interesting dichotomy, some moments of this month might be especially interesting in the context of love. And that is because it's so much about making the smart choice. It's so much about being honest with yourself, being real with yourself, and thinking big picture, thinking ambitiously as well, and thinking about what is it that you really need at the core? What is it that truly is going to last? And I think that in some cases the answers might surprise you. They might not be what you think they would be. So we have happening at the beginning of the month, the ruling planet, the ruling luminary of your opposite sign will meet your ancient ruler in the sky. This to me is that proverbial moment of truth. Like, this is where you are in love. This is where life has brought you. And how do you feel about it? Are you at peace with it or not? And I think that especially if there's somebody that is in your life that you're dating, or even if you're in a committed relationship, it is a moment of deciding if you're going to accept or not. That really is where your power is. Either you're going to accept this person, you know who they are, you've seen things, you've seen enough now to know that this is what you're dealing with. Are you going to accept it? Or are you going to say, this is not where I'm headed? Because a part of you is going to be future-minded in a sense of awareness of what it is that may not last, but also time, right? Like, on the one hand, Aquarians, because there's so much about the future, time is infinite, right? We go on and on and on. And at the same time, time is finite. And life can be long, but it's also really, really short as well. So there is that appreciation for an Aquarian. And so a lot of your understandings in love are going to be based on understanding this very principle. But especially the principle that life is short, can be really short, and time is finite. Do you want to, and do you see yourself with this person sharing that time or not? So there's going to be that moment of honesty, the proverbial moment of honesty. And it may come through a friend. It may come through a friend in a way that doesn't feel good, that may create some resentments with that friend. So you just want to be mindful of that as well. Not necessarily a good time to mix friends and love right about now. Having said that, this is very much about you looking at where you are and being very bold with yourself in it. And then you add to that the fact that we have Venus, goddess of love, at the very top of your sky. So this to me says big picture, right? Legacy, goals, and you wanting a love that feels respected or respectable. You wanting a love now, not necessarily traditional, but you wanting someone who reflects not just where you are, but where it is that you desire to go, who it is that you desire to be. So there's going to be this very interesting mix playing out. On the one hand, you're being honest about where you are and why. If you're not with somebody, if you're open to meeting somebody new, it is at the beginning of the month, you might have to face some of your own fears, your own pessimism, your own uncertainty as part of opening yourself up and making yourself more available to love. So that factor seems to be there. And at the same time, we do have playing out this particular month with Venus saying, aim high, right? Think about not just today, but think about the future. Think about not just where this is now, but where this could be in a year or 10 years or 20 years. How do you feel about that? Is that a direction you want to go with this person or this other person or this other person? So when we have energy like this playing out, it becomes really hard to just relax and be casual, right? It becomes hard to just enjoy yourself, but that doesn't mean that you won't. Particularly in the middle of the month. And in the middle of the month, we've got this very positive and flirty new moon taking place. And this new moon, to me, says for you, you're feeling social, you're feeling alive, you're feeling your mind alight, and you're feeling like yourself. You're feeling like you, and a part of you is going to be feeling like, I feel like me again. And in a way, that is also new, refreshed, and renewed. So that state of being is one in which you can experience love that much more readily and that much more easily. So if you're in an established bond, it really is one of those like make or break moments, and realizing, you know, who stays, who goes, what's working, what's not. There might be some ultimatums, there might be some, you know, it's either this or that and that's it. Some of that stuff playing out, okay, but it's needed. It is a turning point. If you make it beyond this turning point with the person that you're in an established bond with, then chances are very good that this is going to be a bond that truly does last a very long time going forward. If you are just getting to know somebody, I think the likelihood of you kind of going, okay, whoa, this is not where I'm headed. Seeing something that is, it's almost like I'm seeing an energy that is heavy, that is burdensome. And maybe this person is burdened in some way. Or you can see how just a few steps, like because of that visionary part of you, you can see how just a few steps down the road there will be some complications this person comes into the situation with. So that should give you a moment for pause before you decide how you want to go forward with that. And if you are open to meeting somebody new, your focus is going to be so big picture that it's not going to be easy to be casual right about in the early part of the month especially, but in many ways throughout the month. What I do really like is that once we get to the middle of the month and the energy shifts for you, we have this new moon speaking to your modern ruling planet, you really start to light up and you just start to enjoy life. And it is from that place of enjoying life that love becomes that much more easier to find and to have. What I love about this month for you is that you're getting real, you're getting honest, and you're growing up in the context of love. You're figuring out what you deserve, what you want. Do you have it? Do you not? Can you work towards it or not? And you're making decisions. So you're taking a measure of ownership for the love that you have in your life. And when you understand that, it is you ultimately that is determining your experience in love, it is you ultimately that is determining the person that you are with and the people that you are allowing into your life, that is a tremendous amount of power. And that really is where your power lies. And owning that power can't help but create love for you, love that is truly meaningful because it is consciously defined by you.